how to add a Spanish keyboard with dictation on Windows. So we're going to add a Spanish keyboard onto our computers that also has the speech to text feature, which means that whatever you speak, it will actually convert it to text. So this will be very helpful to practice our spoken Spanish, and it also works quite well when we combine it with our Quizlet. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is that we're gonna go to our Windows key, to our Start button, and we will go into Settings right here. And then we will go here to Time and Language. Then we will go over here on the left side and we'll click on Languages. And then we will scroll down to Preferred Languages and we're going to click on Add a Language. And we're going to type Spanish. And here we actually get many types of Spanish keyboards. And the ones we actually want are either the Spanish from Mexico or the Spanish from Spain. And the reason for that is that these are the only two that allow text-to-speech and speech recognition. So this only works with Mexican Spanish and Spanish from Spain. So I'm going to click on the Spanish from Mexico and then next. And it might actually ask you to install a few things, like for example this one. It will ask you to install the text-to-speech, maybe the handwriting, and a language pack. So then we click on Install, and we wait for it to install. Okay, so once it's installed, we're gonna give it a try. So in order to get the keyboard you want, you have to go down here to our toolbar, and you get some letters right here. I have EN for English, or you can have whatever language you have. And we're going to select Spanish. Another way to do this is by pressing the Windows key and the spacebar. And you can keep on pressing the spacebar and select whatever keyboard you want. So I have the English one, and I can switch over to Spanish here. So let's look at the on-screen keyboard. Here we have the current keyboard, which is Spanish, and we can see we actually have the letter Ñ. If we go back to the English keyboard, here we go. We have the English keyboard. Russian keyboard, it's in Russian. So let's go for the Spanish keyboard. So let's give it a try. Let's open the notepad. And what I wanted to show you is that if you click on the Windows key and you leave it pressed, and then you click on the H key, it brings this up, which is the speech to text feature. So let's try it. Let's click on the microphone. Hola, me llamo Hugo y hablo español. And there we go. We have the speech to text feature. So whatever you speak, it will write it for you. But keep in mind that you could struggle a little bit more using this one in comparison with the other devices. If we go down to our Quizlet and let's click on Write. Okay, then we can either click back on the microphone over here, or we can click on the Windows key and H to close it. Then we click on Windows key and H one more time to reopen it. Un niño. Then the Shift key to stop, and then answer. Okay, let's try it one more time. Let's click on the writing bar, then the Windows key and H. El niño salta. Then we press on the Shift key to stop, then answer. So this will be very helpful when practicing your Spanish with our Quizlet. However, as I said, the one from Microsoft might not be fully accurate compared to the other devices, but it will still be helpful.